All right, I'm the Flat Rate Master, and let's talk about return on investment of your tools. Now, I'm sure there'll be comments about once you get out of this business, you know, the tools will be worth 30% of what you paid for it. That Snap-on box that you paid $15 million for is now worth 10 bucks. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is making smart decisions on buying tools. Return on investment. Now I'm going to talk about some stuff that I've bought over the years that I have not gotten ROI on. But I'm going to talk about why I bought them as well. Especially young technicians, you look at, ooh, fancy, pretty, cool. Are you going to make your money back on that tool? Think about whether or not that tool purchase is worth it for you to spend your money on. Wasting money on tools for the whiz-bang factor, the cool factor, is a bad idea. So let's give some examples of poor return on investment. All right, so a good example of poor return on investment would be years ago, I bought a Snap-on Kingpin press tool for one job. Yeah, never made my money back on that tool. It did the job, but I should have been more creative in how I got that job done. Well, because it sat in a drawer for, well, years, it's now in storage because I don't mess with kingpins anymore. But I bought that press thinking I would use it all the time. And, well, it got used once. That's an example of poor return on investment. Positive example would be, you know, my pressure test system from Matco. I use that thing all the time and definitely have gotten my return on investment back on that. Simple fact is some tools you may never get return on investment if you buy them for that one job, which is a niche case, and your shop should buy those, but that's a different subject. But think about it. I have 2 ball joint kits. One got sent to me, one I paid for. I don't very often press in ball joints anymore. Is those kits really worth it for me if I was going to replace them? Probably not. But on the other hand, that fuel test kit from Matco would definitely be well worth the money to spend to buy it again. It's a great example of, you know, if you could go back, there's stuff that you should buy that you may never need. There's stuff that you buy that you need right now, and there's stuff that you use over the course of time. And that's where you need to spend your money the most, is stuff you will need now. Upgrading a tool that works fine because there's a new fancy shiny one out, there's a new one in orange or green or whatever your favorite color is, doesn't make sense. To give an example, I have this Snap-on air hammer. Now, if I wasn't making videos and content, buying the Matco one would make no sense. But I make content on tools, so it made sense for me. And now I've got 2 air hammers. But my point of that is if you've already got this, you don't need this. Going out and buying something that is not as needed in your day-to-day life doesn't make sense for most young technicians. I'm in a different category than, well, almost every technician, really. I make content on tools. Yeah, I get stuff sent to me, but I also spend a good bit of money buying tools. If I could find stuff I'm interested in, I buy it, do a video on it. But I also support an entire shop with various tools, and because of that, I buy stuff that the shop might need in some form or another. And so I buy stuff that, no, the average guy's probably not going to have, but I have it so another tech in the shop can use it, and I can make money on my foreman commission, and they can keep working, which is why I buy some of that stuff. Examples, these air conditioner tube removal tools. Bought those, haven't needed them, haven't even taken them out of the package, but I've got them if we need them. Various fuel pump rings. This one is currently never been used, but we need it, I've got it. A great example of that is this BMW Starter Wrench. Eric, who used to work here, wanted to step back from working full-time. He now fills in for anybody on vacation. He knows our system. He does really good work. He borrowed this the other day. He goes, "Do you have something for that?" I go, "Yes, I do." That's different than you as a technician buying stuff like this. You know, why would you buy this if you don't work on BMWs? We work on BMWs, so I own it. And that's something that you need to think about, is you need to think about, is this something I'm going to use enough to pay me back on it? Again, I'm in a unique situation with my tool buying. I've got pretty much everything I need to do. Now it's just the cool stuff that might come in handy. Of course, there is the occasional tool you buy to ensure you never get that job again. And the old school GM guys will know what this is. And it's been used once. Well worth it to never do a North Star water pump again. And we don't work on North Stars here, so. But hope you think about this. Think about your tool purchases, and is it something I will use every day, or is it something I'm going to put in a drawer, forget I have it until that one time where I need it? When you're young and you're building your tool collection, you need to be focused on what's going to make me more effective day to day, not what might come in handy a year from now. So just something to think about. Hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master.